What's up, y'all? Have you ever ran into a situation where your code is just continuously running and running and running? Well, let's discuss loop control statements. As you may already know, we have two loop statements, the for loop and the while loop. The for loop will continue until it has iterated through an entirety of a list, whereas the while loop will continue until a condition has been met. Now let's go ahead and just run these loops just for the sake of seeing the output. You can see that we've iterated and we've printed each of the numbers in the list, and as we're counting them up until 9. Now for cleanliness, let's clean this up, and let's also just comment out the for loop, and now let's just consider the control statements within the while loop that we have here. Now with this while loop, let's assume perhaps we don't want to execute some logic based on a condition being met. We can effectively skip over the logic by utilizing the control statement known as continue. Now we can add a condition in here. We can do if count is equal to 5, then continue. So what's going to happen here is once we iterate through with our counter and we get to 5, we're going to hit continue, which means we're not actually going to execute the print, nor are we going to increment. So let's go ahead and run this code now. Now you see we printed out 1, 2, 3, 4, and we didn't actually close out the execution of this function because we never are counting. So we're essentially in an infinite loop right here. So to fix this, what we'd want to do is we'd want to add the iteration up above right here. So let's go ahead, let's cancel this out, clean it up. And now if we run this code again, you can actually see that we print everything out, we're continuing, and we're skipping over 5. And that covers the continue control statement. Now let's say we didn't want to use the continue. We didn't want to just skip over. Let's say we met a terminal condition where count is equal to 5. We want to just stop the execution of this while loop dead in the water. Now instead of the continue control statement, we can use the break control statement. And for the sake of it, let's just go ahead and get rid of that. So now if we run this method, you'll notice that we print 1, 2, 3, 4, and we actually do get the end of our logic here. That's going to do it for the tutorial. I hope you enjoyed the overview of for and while loops, as well as getting an introduction to control statements and how they give us the ability to skip over some logic if we don't want it to execute. And also, if we reach a terminal condition, we can break out of our loops entirely. Please like and subscribe and hit that bell if you want to be notified when I come out with new videos like this one.